Good morning, seniors, and welcome to Advisory today. I am going to go over today's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to go over your ACT score report. We're also later on going to show you how to order those score reports and just give you some advice on whether or not you should retake it and exactly what are the differences between the ACT and the SAT. So I'm going to go over a little bit of that information as well. So let's go ahead and get your score report out, and I'm going to take you through what the composite score is, how they reach that composite score, and as well as what the bars are in each column. So we're going to go over briefly what that means and what it means for you and your college planning. So let's get to it.
Okay, seniors, you should have your ACT score report in front of you. And the big number that most colleges will be looking at is called the composite score right here. This is an average of your scores on the 4 parts of the test: English, math, reading, and science. And just like those sections, it's based on a 1 to 36 range. The national composite score average is a 21. And the important thing to keep in mind is the requirements of your colleges that you are applying to. The more selective schools will require a higher score. And another extremely important thing to remember is in regards to the schools you are applying to is their ACT and or their SAT requirements for admissions. These are also tied to the scholarships that you will qualify for just by automatically applying. For example, if you received a composite score on the test you took in April and it was high enough to get into the school you were considering, but after you further researched into your scholarship opportunities, you learned that if you increased your score by 1 or even 2 more points on the ACT, or if you decided to take the SAT and were able to score higher, then that could push you into the highest level of being awarded automatic scholarship money just by applying. And some of these scholarships at some schools with the right GPA can mean a significant amount of money. At OSU, for example, the difference between a 26 ACT and a 27 ACT, if you have a 3.7 GPA or higher, is worth $24,000 for the 4 years you go to school there. Okay, you guys, I hope that helps you interpret your scores. And that's about all we have time for today to go over these score reports. If you want a more detailed information to help you go through these, we have some score interpretation guides in the counseling office, and you can also go on to actstudent.org to get more detailed information. But right now, we're gonna cut to Justin Price, and he's gonna show us how to not only register to take another ACT, but also how to order your scores, make sure that the colleges you're applying to get your scores, because that is your responsibility. That is something that we do not do for you and is crucial for your schools to make sure that your application is complete. So, Justin, take it away.
What is going on, guys? It is another super fun college tutorial video. First off, I'm going to show you how to register for your ACT, and then I'm also going to show you how to order your scores. Alright, so take a look here. We're going to hop on Naviance. We're going to scroll straight to the bottom. You're going to go view all from my school and click ACT registration. Alright, let's load that on up. Alright, you get to that home page, you see all these tabs above. We know we're looking for scores. Scores is right here. Click on that button. Alright, and then it gives you a huge page, but we can scroll all past that. Sign in and view scores. Right, so we're gonna click on this here. Alright, and then, so here is where many people need to create a new account. And to do that, you're going to need your ACT code that comes with your ACT scores. It should be on that page. And for those of you that have already registered and retaken the ACT or taken another test, you're just going to sign on in. Let me do this real quick. Log on in. All right. Here we go. We'll get past this real quick. And then here we can go to send your scores. And we're going to click on that here. And then it will, right now it's showing the ACT I'm going to take next month, but the one I've already taken is still here, and all I have to do is click on that one that we took last April, hit continue, and then it will list what schools you have listed for your ACT scores to be sent to, but let's say you want to change. All right, and once you continue with that, we're going to search schools by name, and we can add schools to our list that we want them to be sent to. All right, so let's say University of Colorado. Search it up on here. Bang, I'm gonna select it right here. Ready, and then it's going to show you what the cost of the delivery is going to be. You add that on, you select continue, and there you go. It moves on to your payment method, and then all you have to do is enter it all and hit submit. And that is how you do that. Have a good day, guys.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Justin, for that information. I know that's going to be really helpful for everybody who needs to make sure that their ACT scores are sent to the schools that they're applying to, and also how you register to take another test. So let's talk about the SAT. Let's cut to Lakin Holloway and Sage Dunaway, and let's listen to their conversation about Sage's experience of taking the SAT.
I hear you took the SAT. Why did you decide to do that?
I wanted to take the SAT because I wanted to see if I would get a better score because I was not happy with my ACT score.
Did you get a better score?
Yeah, I got a 4-point. My score for the SAT was equivalent to getting 4 points higher on the ACT.
What did you like better about the SAT?
I liked the SAT more because there were 2 math sections and there was no science section. I found that I struggled with the science section on the ACT.
That's some great information. I hope that your better score will get you some scholarships. Thanks, Sage, and now back to advisory.
Okay, so now we're going to hand it over to James and Jacob, and they're going to do our very first teacher spotlight.
Hi, this is James,
And I'm Jacob.
and we're here to talk with Miss Erickson about her high school experience. What do you teach here at SHF?
I teach history classes. I teach U.S. History A and B, World War II and the Holocaust, and History through Cinema.
And did you always know you wanted to be a teacher?
I had it narrowed down between something in the science field, maybe like a plant morphologist, or teaching history.
And what college did you go to, and how did you decide?
I went to Willamette University, and that was not my plan originally in high school. I wanted to go somewhere else and do other things, but by my senior year, I kind of changed my mind, and I wanted to pick that university. I liked that it was close, and I liked that it was scholastically challenging, and I could travel abroad with them. They had a really cool travel abroad program, so it's all about the travel.
Mm-hmm. And what were you like in high school?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I was mostly an angel, of course, but I played a lot of sports and did some plays, and I did get moved with some frequency for talking, I'll be honest, but you know, someone had to sit in a different seat.
Do you have any talents?
Well, I can drink an enormous amount of tea, but I don't know if that's a talent.
Yeah.
Perfect, no judgment. So I like to shop for shoes, That's a talent, right? Okay, the girls are saying yes. Okay, perfect.
Were you involved in any clubs? If so, which ones?
So my high school didn't have a lot of clubs, so I think it's amazing that we have so many here, and I would encourage students to get involved in those because it's a really cool opportunity. I did FCA at high school, and otherwise I would have done like the history club we have here, and there's the German language club, and there's all kinds of clubs. So I wish that we could have done more.
That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Erickson, and that's all for this week's Teacher Spotlight.
Stay tuned for next week's Advisory Teacher Spotlight.
Great, thank you, James and Jacob, and we'll look forward to who you're going to interview for the next advisory class. Okay, everyone, real quick, because I want to give you enough time to finish your assignments for today. So we're logging into Naviance. We're here at the home page. You're going to go over to My Planner and go down to Tasks. You guys have 2 assignments that are due this week. You have the Student Engagement Survey that's due this Friday, and then you also have the SHS Club Survey that is also due this Friday. So for the club survey, I've already practiced with that one and made sure that make sure that when you finish, it's saying that it's marked as complete. Okay, so then what you're going to do is go back here, and we need to look at what else you have assigned to you, and that is this student engagement survey. This you have to do an extra step, so let me show you. I've got the information here under description, what you need to do. So you need to actually copy and paste this and put it into another browser, which I've already done up here, and go ahead and finish this survey. But then you are going to need to go back. Oops, yeah, you're going to need to go back to your task. And in order to complete this task, you need to take this survey. Okay, so you have to let me know that you have went to this website, okay, and just go ahead and put the date that you finished it, because we'll have to verify that everything is done. So if I took it today for today's advisory, put in the date, and then go ahead and just submit the answers and click OK. All right, so again, what you can do is if you want to check and make sure that everything's done, go to Task. When I'm scrolling down in here, it says Tasks you need to work on. Well, guess what? I don't have anything assigned to me, so I'm good to go. That's it for today's advisory lesson. So until next advisory, have a great day, Sherwood High School.